You're watching Global Toronto. This is Global News at 5:30.
It's up to our knees here in Toronto. Oh God. How the hell? We just went down a sewer. Oh my God. How are we supposed to get through this?
From flooded streets to flooded parking garages, an intense storm leads to flash floods right across the city. As much as 6 inches of rain falling in just a few short hours.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Crystal Gamansing. Farah is on assignment this week.
I'm Alan Carter. We begin tonight with the story of a dramatic rescue.
2 men trapped in a flooded elevator, the water rising by the second, getting even closer to going over their heads. We get the story right from those 2 men involving their dramatic rescue. Catherine Ward has that
We
story.
heard that there was a little bit of water coming into the basement and that the cars might be in danger, so we were just going down to move my car. Gabriel actually just came down with me by accident, thankfully, because he was the only one.
Up here?
We were just having a normal conversation. I think that we were laughing about something, and then as soon as the elevator hit the water, it started gushing in right away. At that moment, we thought that there was just a bit of flooding. We're like, it's not going to possibly go like very high above this, so we're going to deal with the emergency situation. But then it very quickly turned into a situation where we knew that the water was not really letting up. I think it got up to about waist level in about 3-4 minutes. And we were sort of panicking at that point. Gabriel was punching the panel through and trying to get more and more space, air gaps, so that we could get better cell signal. And I'm holding the phone above water and holding myself up with one hand against the opposite wall of the elevator. And I was just trying to make sure that that phone didn't fall in the water. Eventually, though, Gabriel cut his hand pretty badly. I didn't know how bad it was cut, so I started punching through the panel while I was also trying to hold through the door. Or hold the phone. The unfortunate thing was that we did get cut off from 911 a couple of times while the water was rushing in, so that was a little bit panicky. Also, we were actually on hold for some time before we were able to get somebody on the line.
To begin with?
Yeah, to begin with.
How long were you on hold for?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but that's a couple of minutes, and so in that time finally we got reception and we were on hold. I think that we were about to hear. I was mainly thinking about my daughter at the time, so I was supposed to go pick her up 2 hours earlier to go for a movie, but I wasn't able to because I had a bunch of emergency things come up that I stayed here for. So that was a little bit eye-opening in terms of what matters. We had a moment of relief was when we heard that there was somebody on the other side of the door, because up until then we just heard banging on the elevator shaft. And we weren't sure if that was another person or people that were stuck in the elevator shaft beside us or people above. We couldn't hear what they were saying, so we didn't understand if they knew that we were in trouble. Luckily, the policemen beat the fire department to the scene with a crowbar to open up the doors. Otherwise, I'm not sure how much time we had left in there. Once we got back upstairs, though, everyone was pretty considerate and I guess shocked at what had happened. There's a nice Russian lady here that offered us a shot of vodka.
Did you take it?
So we went downstairs, took that shot, and waited for our family members to come by and try to pick us up.